Well, research suggests children need an hour of physical activity every day. And because they spend so much of their day in school, the Institute of Medicine recommends kids get half their daily exercise during school. But here's the question. Does your child's school deliver? Charlene Bergeson of the American Alliance for Health, Physical Education, Recreation, and Dance joins us to discuss the state of physical education. And we're pleased to welcome back to the show Lisa Gable, Executive Director of the Healthy Weight Commitment Foundation. Ladies, good morning to both of you.
Good morning. Thank you.
Now, Charlene, I do want to start with you here this morning. In conjunction with First Lady Michelle Obama's Let's Move campaign, your organization has started a program called Let's Move in School. Tell us what's involved in that.
Well, Let's Move in School is intended to help schools to offer comprehensive programs that include before, during, and after school physical activity. And so the idea is to make everybody aware of what all those opportunities are. We know that schools are very busy places, and we want to show them how they can fit physical activity into every crack and crevice of the school day.
Well, you know, schools are very busy places, but schools are also under a lot of pressure today to improve students' scores in areas like reading and math. You know, what seems to fall by the wayside sometimes is physical activity. How can they fit in more physical activity?
Well, not offering physical activity is really so short-sighted because there's research that shows that kids who participate in physical activity are more attentive, more ready to learn, and potentially score better on their tests. So we need to take advantage of that fact to make sure that we make physical education and physical activity a priority. And we can do that in so many ways. Of course, physical education class is the cornerstone. That's where the learning goes on, the skills and the knowledge the kids need. But we can integrate physical activity into the classroom. We can make sure the kids have physical activity breaks between classes. The younger kids have recess. And then before and after school physical activity. Start off the day with a bang, walk to school, or have a wake-up warm-up activity.
I love those ideas. And I know, Lisa, you would agree, because I know that one of the Healthy Weight Commitment Foundation's goals is combating childhood obesity, a very serious issue in this country right now. How important is physical education in terms of reaching this goal?
It's fundamentally important. I mean, the whole basis of the Healthy Weight Commitment Foundation is around the concept of energy balance, calories in and calories out. And what we love about Let's Move in Schools is it's incredibly creative when you're telling people that this isn't insurmountable. In fact, you can identify lots of opportunities. It's a fact of making sure that you do it.
You know, I just found this next statistic to be startling. Listen to this. It's a survey from the Harvard Health Forum, and it found that 91% of parents think there should be more PE in schools, yet a lot of schools are actually making cuts to PE programs. I mean, what can parents do about this?
Well, I think the first important thing to realize when you hear that statistic is that parents want physical education, physical activity for their children. They understand that it's a critical component of learning and overall well-being. And so we really need parents to do a couple things. One is we need to have them reinforce at home what is being taught in school physical education. Ask kids questions about what they're learning. Engage their family in activities together. Take vacations that include physical activity, those types of things. We also need parents to think about the fact that their voice is really important in the school. The parents and the children are the customers in schools, and they need to let their voice be heard. And better yet, they need to get together with others who are like-minded, maybe the other members of the PTA, PTO, and say to their principal and their school board and their superintendent, this is a priority for us. We want this for our children.
You know, Lisa, here's the other thing. If schools were to provide about 30 minutes of exercise for kids a day, my understanding is that's still only half the recommended amount. So what can parents do to encourage kids to get all the exercise that they need?
Well, what we found from our research on the web is that parents want this issue of energy balance to be a family concept. And so what we're recommending is that families find times for family meals, and then they get out and exercise together, and recognizing that our lives are really busy. What we recommend is you choose one day a week where you as a family sit down to a meal, and then you go out and you do some form of physical activity as a family. And when you do that, it becomes part of your family unit. It becomes the cultural shift that you as a family have, as well as a country.
I love that. I think that's great advice. We do that. We ride our bikes with our boys, and then mom and dad get into it. It becomes a little contest, and the kids love that. So it really is all about keeping your kids engaged and keeping them physically active. So, ladies, thank you so much for being with us on the show this morning.
Thank you.
Well, if you'd like more tips for promoting physical activity at school, visit letsmoveinschool.org. And for tools to teach your kids all about fitness, check out the website energybalance101.com.